Day 12 and 13 of my Cosmere reading vlog. I've only gone and finished Mistborn. For the most part, really enjoyed this, excited to read the rest of the books. Had a pretty great time. The ending, I expected more. It was very predictable. It was a bit anticlimactic as well. Like, it was just so funny to me that this Lord Ruler, they're like, oh, he's a god, he's immortal, he's unkillable, he's like the figurehead of the final empire. Oh, you just pulled his bracelets off and he's dead. Like, really? That's all it took. It was really just... They really built up his character to be this like arch nemesis. I so thought he was going to persist through books 2 and 3. I have no clue what the rest of the trilogy will focus on now. Possibly the civil war that's broken out between the houses now, but that doesn't seem as interesting as what could have been if it had been this push and pull against the Lord Ruler. I don't know. Oh, and Cosmere died, which is supposed to be this huge sacrifice and like a really big deal, but I feel like an Inquisitor could have seen that coming. Like, you know what I mean? It's that very typical Gandalf the Grey, old Ben Kenobi, like the old mentor father figure always dies in the final act. It's supposed to be like their last lesson to the main character so that they can rise to the occasion in their absence. It felt very, I've seen this before. So when Cosmere did die, I was like, yeah, it was very expected. Oh, and I was fully psychic the other day when I talked about how atium and gold made no sense as a pair because one is not an alloy of the other. So Vin then talks about how there must be 2 other metals and how the 11th metal has to be part of this quartet that all deal with time, because you've got like the physical 4, the mental 4, and now you've got the time 4, which must mean that there's a 12th metal as well out there, which I'm sure we will get into later on. So that was Mistborn, a very strong start to the Cosmere. I do see the hype. I think there are things that could be done better, but I'm having a great time so far. I'm very excited. Tomorrow I will get into this one, The Well of Ascension, and yeah, well, I'm excited to see where this trilogy goes.